Good morning. I am Dr. Christine Lee, procrastination coach, here with my Tuesday at 10 a.m. Facebook Live program. Today I'm going to be talking about important ways to be thinking and behaving in order to increase your odds of success in both work and life. Today on Instagram, I saw a post by James Clear. He is the author of the book Atomic Habits, which is a great, helpful, very well laid out book about productivity and using small behaviors to really ramp up your success and your productivity. Anyway, he wrote a post today describing how the ancient Stoic philosophers, the Stoics, used to use this exercise called the premeditation of evils in order to prepare for the future. And what they would do is think ahead of time about the worst case scenario. Now, we're all familiar with the worst case scenario idea, and some of us are really good at creating that image in our mind. But the Stoics used to use that exercise as a way to review all the possible scenarios and to plan their line of action. Other people at the time were just planning for success, and they thought, let's backtrack a bit, think about the worst case scenario, and then think what is the best way to act. So in a way, they're known for removing their feelings from their action plans. So I saw this post. I thought, what a great technique. It's a technique that I myself was taught way back when in my graduate school training for psychology. I was taught that when I was working with eating disordered clients on an inpatient unit, that the most useful technique to teach them was to get them to act like a lawyer. If they're thinking, oh, I'm too overweight. Oh, I don't look right in my body. Oh, I don't fit in my clothes. We as clinicians were supposed to guide them to think, okay, you're stuck on this one negative, very powerful thought. Can you act like a lawyer and think in exactly the opposite direction? Can you make an argument for the other side? And this essentially is the same kind of process as what the Stoics were using with the premeditation of evil. So the Stoics were using the worst case scenario. And when I was learning cognitive behavioral therapy on the unit in training, I was learning to flip your argument to the other side so that you can have a more balanced emotional state when you're thinking about yourself, when you're thinking about what you need to do for your life. Now, this brings me to how to increase the odds of success in your own life. I want to advise you to avoid getting caught in a doom loop of just thinking about worst case scenarios, because that is what I see day in and day out in my clinical practice. People get stuck thinking that the only way to be responsible and to be prepared for life is to be thinking about all the different worst case scenarios. It's a fun exercise, but when you make it your only exercise, it can be demoralizing. It can be totally depressing. It can even cause you to feel paralyzed from action, which is such a shame because we're all so ready to go inside. Actually, we're so full of action potential and unlimited potential that it's such a shame to say, okay, we're going to be terrified of the worst case scenario and we're going to rule out all paths of action and we're going to stay hidden and we're going to stay small and we're going to stay stagnant and we're going to stay sad, because really we have so many other options than that. So the tips for today are: 1, don't use the worst case scenario on an unending loop. Use positive thinking as well to balance your ideas, to come up with new plans for yourself, to keep yourself rooted in reality where things both are positive and negative. So basically the first tip is maintain a balanced way of thinking. Argue for the other side if that is helpful. Get a friend to help you talk yourself through this if you're stuck. Just don't stay stagnant. The second thing is that I want you to keep applying your energy. Once you've launched a project or started a new essay, you don't want to do start and stop, because every time you stop, you have to then get up the nerve and the courage and the energy and the brain power to restart. Even if you know what you've been writing, you just have to get into that mental state again. So I want you to keep applying your positive energy and your forward moving behavior as soon as you've begun the project. So not only do I recommend keeping a positive mentality, I want you to keep positive action. Keep yourself moving forward. Know that you're the engine, you're the fuel, you're the manager of the project. The universe is trying to help you get all of this done and make things pleasant for you. The universe is on your side, but we have to show up just as well to meet that energy to move our own projects forward. The third and final tip is to use all your other skills to aim for success. We all like a successful life. We all like to feel successful, but sometimes we don't do that extra legwork to get there. And by extra legwork, I mean, do the extra work, go the extra mile, stay the extra session with your professor if you need to. Brainstorm what other options you might have for extending the project that you've already built or the new idea. How do you extend it? How do you get more people to know about it? Use your network of people to get you connected with other people who could move your project forward, who could introduce you to another person so you can spread your message to another group or try something new out. No matter what your heart's work is, there's a way to push it forward, to help it survive and to make it thrive. So just to wrap up, don't think only like the Stoics, where you're constantly thinking about the worst case scenario. I don't think they were constantly working with the worst case scenario. They were trying to find a sane plan through. So find your sanest plan. Don't be crushing yourself with worry. Keep a positive attitude. Keep your actions forward moving, disciplined, and in play. Keep that engine running when you're mid-project. And 3, use all those skills that you know, that we learned in school, that we learned at home. Learn how to talk to other people. Learn how to advocate for the work that you're doing. Believe in yourself and use every plan that you can come up with. It's okay. It's okay. It can feel like flinging spaghetti against the wall sometimes, but sometimes that spaghetti sticks and you want things to stick in your life. All right. So hope these tips help you to get out of a negative funk, to get out of a doom loop spiral, and to get on with your life. Enjoy your day. I just want to mention that if you've enjoyed these Facebook trainings, I have a YouTube channel. I would love for you to subscribe to it. It's very baby, it's very new, but there are about 60 videos of me talking about different topics, and I would love for you to browse the topics and learn for yourself when you have the time. Please go over and subscribe. It's Procrastination Coach. I'll see you soon. Thanks for the hearts and likes. Bye.